It does happen, but we've evolved. And we are continuing to evolve. And we've created these institutions that unfortunately have let us down. We've created governments, we've created education, we've created legal systems for humanity to move away from violence. Globalization, for all its ills, has brought the world closer, smaller, created more understanding among people, because that's what we're seeking as humanity. That's what we're seeking is cooperation, and that's what is the reality around us. So wage an active challenge against the idea that violence is human nature. This is something that's in our government, our media, our schools, and even our churches. Father Zadokar, he died in 1992, he won't see this, but we have the grand possibility of the Catholic Church actually turning its back on 1,700 years of history.
Yes.
And abolishing just war and becoming a just war church. And our schools. I'm sure you guys have some relationship with your schools, but the schools, of course, are quite militarized, and military recruiters have easy access to our schools, so we can all take an active role in balancing that message and demanding an open and honest discussion of war and its consequences, not just on the people that are our victims, but also the service members and veterans who are asked to do this killing. Remember, even Howard Zinn said he didn't know what was going on from 30,000 feet. But if we demand an active and open and honest discussion of war, we allow this to filter through our conscience, we can change the outcome. Remember that you are part of the 99%. It's so meaningful for our conscientious objectors. Picture a conscientious objector in the military today. They realize they cannot kill. They declare themselves in the middle of a hyper-militarized, to say the least, hyper-violent celebration of violence. In fact, in the Marines, they have nicknames for one another. They call each other killer, and worse yet, baby killer. This is real. It doesn't matter if you're an accountant or you're in the infantry. Your nickname is still killer or baby killer in the Marines. So this young person, most of them are young, declares him or herself a conscientious objector, and then stays in this environment for some 7 to 9 months while their application for discharge is pending. And they're isolated, and they're ridiculed, and they're harassed, or worse. Because we don't know, we don't have this dialogue of understanding that they are not abnormal by their desire not to kill, but in fact they are part of something that we all share. So declare yourself a conscientious objector. It's something that these young people they may not even know, especially if they've lived most of their life in the absence of a draft. Folks don't even understand what this terminology means. But each of us who has refused, by default even, to serve in the military or to take part in any kind of killing, we are a conscientious objector. Actively resist the label to call humanity violent. Really support the troops. Learn and share what you know about moral injury. It is not a personal deficiency to have trauma. It is a normal reaction to a very unnatural situation. It's a natural reaction. And finally, I hope that you will find it in your hearts to support the Center on Conscience and War. We'd love to have you sign up on our list. We have an enormous caseload at the moment. Conscientious objection is alive and well in the military. We're working with about 70 conscientious objectors at this time, which is a tremendous number of folks for us. There are about 100 conscientious objectors each year that the DoD, that the Department of Defense admits to. We don't see all of them, of course, but we hope to see all of them. We need to make sure people know that this is an option. So share the word that you are not stuck when you join the military. There is hope for you. Visit our website. Call us to learn more about things that you can do. Please sign up on our website, on our mailing list. There's a quote that I'd like to end with, and I want to know if you guys know who said this quote. War will exist until that distant day when the conscientious objector is given the same, when the conscientious objector enjoys the same reputation and prestige as the warrior does today. Does anyone know that quote? John F. Kennedy, World War II veteran. He wrote that in 1963 in a letter to his friend. And that's the day that we're trying to bring forward. We have the unique privilege to be part of these people's lives as they take this amazing journey from someone who has believed that violence is inevitable to someone who believes that violence can never be the solution to any conflict. And we want to see through our work and through sharing our work with you today, we want to bring that distant day just a little bit closer. Thank you so much for your witness. And thank you.
We're so fortunate to have you be able to fit us into your tour. Thank you very much.
I want to hear from you guys now.
Oh, that was great. I was certainly not the only person in the room that was filtering some of this through our relationship with Jacob George, I imagine. And you know, this becoming connected with the Center on Conscious and War would be a great way to do something about those thoughts that those unsettling thoughts we've all had.
Wow, no, I'm so sorry, I forgot about Jacob.
About our connection with, he was ours.
Yes.
We thought he was ours. We love, everybody in this room loved Jacob George.
And there's someone who's got a community behind him, who's doing everything that veterans are told to do, are advised to do, are suggested to do.
Yeah.
Still.
And you've got answers to some of these questions that he was asking.
See, this is what's so important, why I'm so honored to share this message with you, because I wish we could have gotten to Jacob George earlier.
Yeah.
So he didn't have to do what he was asked to do.
Right. I suppose there was a reason you were sent our way. That's great. What an honor to have you. Well, so we have a couple more things to do. We have the president of OMNI UA has some solutions. There is a solution out there to the buildup of the nuclear arsenal that seems to never go away, and so I guess I'll leave this to Matt to tell you about this. So we have, may I welcome Matt Miller to the stage to talk about.
Hi everybody, glad you could make it. My name is Matthew Miller. I'm the student chapter president of OMNI for Peace, Justice, and Ecology. And first, I just want to touch on what Maria was talking about. I'm a naval veteran, and you're right. When I first joined, they promised me, you'll be a patriot, you'll be respected, and all this. And at first, I was proud, and then after a while, I was numb, and then after a while, I was ashamed of what I had done. And I really thought I was okay, and I had no idea that I even had a problem with any of it until after my first combat deployment. They have this thing called Tiger Cruise where you get to meet a family member in Hawaii after a combat deployment, and I met my dad. And I was just talking to him in a bar in Hawaii, and it was late, and I'd had a few drinks, and out of nowhere, I started crying. I told him what was going on. Caught me by surprise. I didn't know. Anyway, if I had known that conscientious objection was an option, I may have done it, and I wish more servicemen knew that was an option. And that's over. I'd like to talk to you about Global Zero. And if you didn't know, there was a treaty signed in 1970, the Non-Proliferation Treaty, and 5 of the 9 nuclear powers signed it. And the Good Faith Article, Article 6, I believe, of the NPT, states that each of the parties to the treaty undertakes to pursue negotiations in good faith, effective measures relating to cessation of the nuclear arms race at an early date and to nuclear disarmament, and on a treaty on general and complete disarmament under strict and effective international control. This is a legally binding contract that they all signed. They have to do it, you know, by the court. They have to. But it's been 46 years. They still add money and they keep modernizing their weapons every day. Every day. The bill gets higher. They keep throwing money at it, even though they had signed this direct initiative saying that they weren't. They were going to de-escalate, and they have done the exact opposite. And that's where the Nuclear Zero petition comes in. It has over 5 million petition signatures at the moment. This issue has galvanized people because the horror of a nuclear holocaust is so vivid in the imagination. You can see it, and it's so horribly violent. There's nothing more violent that we know of, and we do it to each other. It's man's inhumanity to man, and it disgusts me. It really does. And this is nice. These, you know, memorials, these remembrances, and you know, we get together and we remember what happened, but it's not enough. We got to do something. So, who has a smartphone? Everyone? No? I'm getting one person. That's good. So, on your phone, you go to nuclearzero.org.
Be serious.
I'm right now.
Right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
and there is on the first page, sign the petition. It's 3 lines, I think 4 maybe. It is so easy, and it makes such a difference. And the more signatures we get, the more we can bully these countries into, you know, following, you know, what they said that they would do. And the more signatures we get, the more leverage we have against them to do what they said that they would. And for nearly 45 years have not. And I would like to give my appreciation to Nuclear Zero and what a wonderful program it is, and I hope you all take it very seriously. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. That's good. Thank you. That's really nice to have something concrete. There's one other concrete thing we can do tonight. After you got your smartphone signed up, we don't have a smartphone. We went to go get a smartphone and they turned us down. I feel bad about it. But no, we have a very serious petition in the hallway after we adjourn that we'd love for you to sign. It is actually initiated by victims of Hiroshima, and you can read about it. It's a fairly long article, but it's something I think everybody here will want to sign. Some of you might already when we first got here. That'd be good. So, well, this has been a very powerful program. I do want to thank some people. Our director is giving me a not so subtle reminder that I need to remind everybody afterwards. We do appreciate donations to keep the OMNI Center afloat, and there's a bowl she's holding right there. We'll put it over there close to where the watermelon is being served. So first of all, there are some thank yous. I want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. First of all, Richard Tiffany is filming for us, and also we have Lauren Hawkins did our beautiful brochures, and that was very good for that, and she did all our artwork. And, we have, could the committee stand up that helped put all this together? There's the committee members. There we go. And Aubrey Shepherd over here. Aubrey Shepherd, he's everywhere. Everywhere is amazing how you can be everywhere at once. I'm always amazed by that. And also Michael Cochran, who helped with the sound. So you got, and thank you all for being a part of this and being part of our larger OMNI family. and continuing to work for peace, justice, and ecology. And thank you, Maria, for being here. That was just perfect. That was really, really meant a lot to so many of us. And you got a little taste of Ginny and Edsel Ogle, but you're going to get a much better taste now. They're going to do an original song. This is one Ginny wrote, and it's called Join Hands Together. It's a gorgeous thing. It's a perfect way to end the celebration. It feels like a nice evening. So I think my portion of this is over. We're going to let you finish it out. So Ginny Ogle and Edsel.
Thank you, Kelly. We're very happy to be here and to share this event with everyone tonight. It's been good medicine. So yeah, this song's called Join Hands Together, and it's an open invitation to extend out to everyone within your reach, within your mind and vision, and beyond. Join hands together, let our voices speak. Here there's no barrier for you and I to meet. And all the world is blue, rain covers the ground. I can comfort you. Love can still be found. Green comes the
I forgot to mention, don't rush out of here because we have watermelon. It's going to be outside and hot, so but we have watermelon. Thanks to Linda Barnes, by the way. We want to thank Linda for bringing us watermelon. And so don't rush away. Let's talk. Let's all, it's right in the other room. So don't worry.
Thank you, Aubrey. I saw John Rue before he went back to just had lunch with you and enjoyed having lunch.
Good. I don't know if he got back to town today.
No, he told me he wasn't coming.
I thought he wouldn't because
And in fact, that was Wednesday. I think
so.
I think he said he would be gone for a week or something. He's trying to finish Margaret's book.
Oh, I know.
I never
Have
asked
you
him
read
any
any
more
of
to
it?
do. I read John's works and heard him read them too. And I haven't volunteered to read Margaret's book.
Well, you have too much on your plate
I have
already.
enough reading, yes. Say thank you very much. You doing this? was beautiful. Isn't this a great church? I had a hard time leaving the church. I just thought it was so perfect. It has all these meeting rooms, and the architecture of it has always pleased me.
I would love to live in your house.
I would too.
Yeah, this would be good. Yeah, I think this is a good church.
Yeah, it was just fine. Good audience and a marvelous program.
Keynote.
Yeah, she did it. She did a good job.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I was a faculty advisor of the Student Peace Organization back in the 1970s.
Yeah?
It was, sometimes we never had no, you just needed one person to be a student to have a group so they could sign their names